Hi guys, this is Tracy from Lavinia Stamps and welcome to another demonstration. A demonstration with a difference because we're going to be using our brand new stamps today. So we've got this card here that I am going to recreate with you. This is on a watercolour card and this is using the Tree of Life stamp, and then we've got some lovely arches that just frames it really nicely, and then we've got our words, bridge your dreams and make it reality. So on this one I used our elements to colour, but you can use anything that you want. Today I'm going to be using the Kuretake clean colour pens just for something different. So I am going to stamp at the tree first, and that's using the Nocturne. So because we're stamping onto watercolour card, we need to let the stamp rest for a while just to get all that lovely detail. So do make sure that you've covered that stamp well with ink. And we're going to pop that down about the centre there, making sure we've got enough room to put the arch and the words on. So we've got all that lovely detail come out just by giving it a little bit more time to rest on the card. So I'm going to stamp the arch. This time I'm going to use the Twilight. So again, just carefully ink that up. And then I'm going to pop that above, making sure that there's enough room to fit the words underneath as well. So again, just take your time. So we've got all those lovely little flowers, all the little lines inside the flowers. So we've got all that lovely detail, which is great. So again, ink up, and this time we'll go down the bottom there, line that up and press down. And there we go. May as well stamp our words while we're here. So this time I am inking up in the Twilight, but I am going to take that first impression off and then sit that above the tree and into the bridge. So now the fun bit, so we get to colour in. Grab your colours, choose whichever colours you like. I'm sort of going with pink and green, but I may bring in more colours as I go along. So that's entirely up to you, and again you can use any kind of inks, paints that you want. I'm using the clean colour today. You've got a nice fine nib, the brush is absolutely supreme on these, so you can get in all that lovely detail. So I'm going to make a start and just colour some of those lovely branches. Don't worry about going over the lines at any point. We can pull out the detail with our white Posca or white pen at the end, so don't worry too much about that. Let's just get some colour on. You can make this as clean or as colourful as you want. As you can see, it looks nice as it is, but we are going to add a little bit more colour. I think we will pull out in between the branches now. and I'm going over with a really nice light colour initially, because these brushes are brilliant for blending one colour over another colour, and they don't taint each other either. So you could grab, let me just show you, so you could grab this a really pale colour, and let's put in, I don't know, let's put in quite a dark blue. We can add that to the end of the brush. You can see that that looks quite blue now. So initially when you pop that down, it's blue, but then look how it comes out. It always amazes me. And that is your clean colour. So you've gone from blue back to the original, so it never taints the brush or the colour. So that's just something worth knowing about. Okay, so let's go back to colouring in between. Put in a little bit of colour around the edge as well. And a little bit of pink here, so I'm going to bob a little bit of that about as well. We're so nearly into spring. Let's make it spring colours. Snowdrops are out, our little daffodils are now out. So we're almost there. It's lovely to see a little bit of colour starting in our gardens, isn't it? And you don't need much, as you can see, and barely just touching that little bit of pink and then blending it out. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit further down here. So what colour shall we use now? Maybe, yeah, a little bit of yellow. Now these pens, they work on different cards, but I have found that they work better on watercolour card. This colour is really, really lovely. So I'm going to take that over the top of the arches as well. I will pull out another colour in there, but for now that's just a really nice base, I think. Maybe put a little bit of blue in. We do need to bring in a slightly darker colour just to pull out the tree, making it a little bit more sort of three-dimensional. So I will probably, let's have a look. Let's pull the tree out a little. Go back to a very pale colour and just blend. I'm just going to pull that down a little, making sure that it looks grounded. It's like it's set into the ground. And now I'm just putting just a tiny little bit of colour in the centre of the tree, and then I'm going to pull that out and that will just give you that little bit of depth in the centre of the tree. You can see how much it changes the more you work with it, so do keep on working with it. You'll be surprised what you end up with if you persevere. Giving it that sort of three-dimensional feel again. So now we're going to pick colour for these lovely flowers. So I'm going to go with the blue. Just pull those out. So let's just go back to the brown, and again I'm going to do the same thing as what I did with the tree and just bring in some darker areas just to make it look a little bit more three-dimensional. And then go over that with our pen, our lighter pen. All you're doing is just following some of those lines just to pull it out, and you can see the difference now working with that little bit of brown. Only need just a small amount. And there we go, fab. Now, on this one, we've got ourselves a little border, so I brought in some nice blue. I think it was the midnight blue. So I'm going to do the same thing there because I just feel like it pulls it together. So taking our medium-sized stencil brush, and then I'm just going to work my way around the very edge. In fact, I'm not sure that this is the same colour as the other card, but that's okay, as long as we've got a darker colour to go around the edge. So you can see now the difference that's made, pulling your eye into the centre there. So now, let's grab one of our Posca pen or any white pen that you've got, as long as it's a nice solid colour. And I'm just going to pull out some of that detail. Make it stand out a little bit more. It's all these little things that make a difference. So do just take some time to pay attention to all the detail on it. It's really quite worth it. And now we get to embellish our lovely tree. So I've got some stickles and some liquid pearls. So I think I'll start with this one. which is Prickly Pear. But obviously if you haven't got this one, you can choose whichever colour you like. Oh, I'm just putting a few little dots about. Now we don't want to put too many because we've got other colours to add on to this, so let's go to our glitter rose gold now. And now we've got some of the lime green. And I'm going to pop that tree. And as I say, just check out our gallery and some beautiful samples using this tree. Okay guys, so I think we've finished. So you can see how different these are using different colours, but how fabulous does that look when they are stamped together. So I hope you can see all that lovely detail. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's demo. A little bit longer than normal, but I think it's worth it. I enjoyed it anyway, so I hope you did. You take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.